fire away and give drills, and they wouldn't have to think about it. But you want to go through that because you don't necessarily want them just to memorize everything, because that doesn't develop understanding. That just has rote memory. You want them to have memorized it because they understand it. Does that make sense? So when teaching, here's some 3 steps for when you're teaching math. Start where the children are. Some come to school knowing a lot of facts. Some come to school not knowing anything. So you might need to start literally with counting to 5 because they won't know. Or this kid knows how to add things but is struggling with subtracting. So like we always say, start where they are. Build understanding of basic facts. Build up good thinking strategies. Like I said, don't count on memorization because that's not actually that helpful. And then make sure before you're starting to have them practice fact retrieval, like doing drills and stuff, they need to state or write the related fact. Then they need to explain or prove the answer, and then they need to solve in 2+ ways. And that just shows you that they know what they're talking about, that they're not just memorizing it, and that they have a clear understanding. So then when you get later on down the road and they make a random mistake on something, and they're stuck because they don't know the operation, but if you develop that understanding, then it will be easier later on down the road. And then focus on how to remember facts, not just organization or memorization. Like I said, memorize after understanding. For you as a teacher, having drills and doing that constantly, do it to develop frequency. Don't just do it and then allow them to have like time to discuss it. Drills should be a time where you're actually drilling them and there's no explanation going on. If a student still needs explanation, they should not be doing drills. And then if you're gonna do drill lessons, keep them short and do them every day, 5 to 10 minutes. And then keep records because kids wanna know how they're doing. You know, at the beginning of the year, they were not very good at their multiplication facts. At the end of the year, they're getting them all right. They want to see that progress, and it keeps them motivated. And then vary your activities. Don't always do the same, like, we're going to play around the world today. Do flashcards one day, do, around the world a different day, and try to keep it varied to keep kids interested. And then these are just some thinking strategies. I won't go over all of them, but for basic facts. So like for addition, you need to know that they go backwards and forwards. And then you're adding doubles and near doubles. So that's adding, like if I'm adding 5 plus 5, that's 10. But if I need 5 plus 6, then I can do, 5 plus 5 is 10, 1 more is 11. And then combinations to 10. So trying to see if I have like 8 plus 3, then I know, okay, 8 plus 2 out of the 3 gets me to 10. So I have 1 left out of the 3, and that gets me to 11. So getting kids to count to 10, and then the rest going up because they know how to count up from 10. And then adding to 10 and beyond, like I said, getting to 10 and then keep going. And a good thing to do that is a 10 square. Have you guys ever heard of those before? No. There's 5 squares and 10 squares, and they're basically just, you can make them, but they're basically just 2 lines of paper, each with 5 in them, and you can have them put blocks in each of them. So like if they have 8 plus 2, or you'd probably do 8 plus 5, you'd have them put 8 blocks in, and then they'd see how many more gets them to 10, and then they can count the leftover blocks. So it's a really good manipulative to get them counting 10 and beyond.